centre of Mumbai. Yeah, mouth-watering clash then. India, who've been in terrific form actually since that 24 final. They have the best win percentage. South Africa not so. They're right at the bottom end of that table actually. Barbados and USA. There you go. Just a roll of honour for you. India getting it going. India finishing off in 24. And then now then, it's the same as last competition in 24. 4 groups there of 5, so everyone plays 4 group games. It's the top 2 that will go through to the Super 8s. And what about Group D there? Just feast your eyes on Group D in South Africa, because that
bowling first tonight. India winning the toss, selecting to bat first. Marco Jansen, Andrik Nokia. We've got 2 lefties who come out for the first time. It's the only sort of concern for Team India. Over the last few months, that's the only spot that's been a sort of a musical chairs sort of a situation. Had Shubman Gill opening the batting, then Sanju came in. Now I think they've sort of frozen on Ishan Kishan.
Hey, you're doing all right if you're only worrying about one player. I can think of many World Cups I was involved in. You're thinking about 4 or 5, maybe even more. Yeah, it's a nice problem to have if you've just got the one. And it's worked out pretty nicely, hasn't it? Because Ishan Kishan just slides up one, very accomplished and very used to batting at the top of the order. Not really any adjustments required. Still a bit for Sanju Samson, but he's had his chances and wasn't able to take them in the recent series.
You're the best person to ask this question to. I don't think many pundits or a lot of people around the world would be complaining if it's a top 7 or top 8 with 6 left-handers. If it's 6 right-handers, nobody even talks about it.
I'm not going to be biased here. I think sometimes, I'm pleased that there's 2 left-handers opening, because sometimes there's this theory, well, more than sometimes, that you have to have left-hand, right-hand all the time throughout the order. I think that's garbage. I really do. You play your best players, and if your best player's a left-hander and the other one's a left-hander, well then they open together. I think there's sometimes you overthink the contest. There he is, terrific form, terrific player. But this is a good contest because this is a very, very useful attack. Ngidi has an excellent slower ball. We might not see the slower ball straight away, but it is a slower ball that has deceived the very best over many, many years.
From the South African perspective as well, Nick, considering they're playing 3 games out in Ahmedabad, pretty similar conditions, west of the country, red soil surface, which you'll get more often than not in Ahmedabad. You'll get...
What a shot, what an opening. Dismissed, goes all the way, first boundary 6 of the innings, and there's going to be plenty more.
There's just confidence written all over that shot. Coming off his maiden international century in T20Is, gets off the mark in style. Just picked up nonchalantly off his pads. A way to start.
Of the left-hander. It's exactly what he does, but he gets a little too tight. And that is the problem.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where the fielders are positioned for Ishan Kishan. A little bit of swing on offer for Ngidi. Drifting well down the leg side.
It's the difficulty though, isn't it? It's so obvious that that was going to be the ball because of the field. And Ishan Kishan's not going to miss out on that. That's where you feel for the bowler a little bit.
That's the biggest shift as far as India are concerned, as Marco Jansen.
He gets over pitch and you get belted back over your head. One bounce for Ishan Kishan will not let you get away with anything slightly loose. 21 without loss.
Punet, Ishan Kishan, enough to take it for a boundary. 1 bounce 4. 18 of 9 now, Ishan Kishan. Back at the top of the order.
just had to follow through with it. Duncan Fletcher, who was a brilliant coach, India will know all about him, we certainly do in the UK. He always used to say, slow ball's all right, bowl the slow ball, but it's the length of the slow ball, and you can see a good example of it there. Because the length is slightly too full, even if you're deceived, you can hit through. There he goes again. Vacant leg side, just picked up, dispatched. And if it's not Lungi Ngidi that gets hit out of the ground, it is Kagiso Rabada.
Wow. Form is such a beautiful thing. Ishan Kishan back in this side, and he's hit 3 sixes in 10 balls. And that was Kagiso Rabada that we're talking about. Flicked away easily, almost dismissing it.
Boshed back over Bosch's head. And this time just one bounce. Corbin Bosch is a very useful performer. Been seen in the IPL last year. But he's treated with disdain. This time it's Abhishek.
And that should get him going. Abhishek Sharma clears his front foot. Got the length finally. Going full, just the back of length that he enjoys.
Wonderful, beautiful ball striking. The very best of Abhishek Sharma. Now he's joining in the fun, and India are beginning to motor on.
It's about the time that the Kookaburra ball stops swinging, stops doing much of the seam as well. And he's getting the length finally. Fourth bowler on show.
I don't think there's much communication, to be honest, between captain and... That's where he has to be, and even that will fly away off the outside edge.
That lucky there, Abhishek Sharma, but you've got to expect that in the power play. Playing at anything wide, no chance for Anrich Nokia. Again, length was right, maybe width again on offer.
And the ball keeps going further and further. Nokia just welcomed with a little nonchalant clip over deep extra cover. Now he's beginning to motor.
50 partnership, and the 50 comes up for India. First 6 for Abhishek Sharma. It's incredible how still he remains, even though he runs at the bowler. That's his area of strength. The deep extra cover. So many sixes in the power play.
Gone a long way. Biggest of the night so far. Just helped on its way. 6 more to Ishan Kishan.
And that's the thing with pace. It's a double-edged sword. Ishan Kishan did not even bother giving that power. Just a flick of his wrist, and it travelled all the way up to the second tier. A huge 6. 4th of the night.
Just a suggestion here. Can Aidan Markham not talk to Anrich Nokia and say, look, I'll tell you what, we're only allowed 2 out. It's damn hard. Why don't we put a long off, a long on? It'll probably get hit over your head, but you bowl a Yorker. Just the last 2 or 3. Bowl the Yorker. But if you continue to bowl in that line and length, that will continue to happen, and that is the problem.
Incredible exhibition of skill on display from Ishan Kishan. Pace once again from Nokia on the pads. Look at the power he generates of one leg. Down to up motion of the bat. Clears it comfortably.
Flat surfaces, and these pitches are going to be pretty flat. IPL... belted, absolutely belted with disdain. He did go for the Yorker. He hasn't got any cover. That is the problem. No cover back for that ball. Again, maybe a little bit of mixed messaging between bowler and captain.
Yeah, Ishan Kishan was almost waiting for that full one. A little shimmy down the track. He knew a couple of short deliveries. The bowler's going to err on the fuller side. Makes him pay. Against the...
Oh wow, would you believe it? It's not going for Nokia, but it is for Ishan Kishan. He can't quite believe it. It goes for 6, he goes to 47. Unbelievable, 5 overs, 73 on the board.
in a supporting role, because it's Ishan Kishan who's stolen the show, and that's been the story of the last couple of weeks. Dale Steyn joins me for company. He almost waited for the quickest bowler of the attack, Dale, to unleash himself.
Batters. And there we go again. Kishan in the slot says thank you very much. Quenema Parker, welcome to India.
Back from the Wilderness and ready for the World Cup. Ishan Kishan is certainly on a mission. It's a very different January to what it was for him in 2024. But this is a fantastic redemption story so far. Back in the India colours.
And that angle is absolutely perfect. It's just coming across him, but it's hitting the stumps. That means that he can just open himself up a little bit and he can just swing through the line. And as we see now, he's had enough. He said, thanks very much, guys. I've got myself a 50 of 20 balls. I'm going to go and have a rest.
Each and every pacer, thank you very much, says Ishan Kishan. Walks back a very happy man, as he has been the last couple of weeks. It's 80 for 1 and a little bit of respite for the bowlers. It's time for a drink.